Aside from the impeachment, when that does eventually end, what do you think is going to happen next for Donald Trump after presidency? What does his life look like? Is he going to remain in the public arena?
I think he may, frankly, have no other choice. The situation that he's heading into from a legal and financial perspective is dire. He has $300 million that we know of that's coming due very shortly. There are a number of companies that I think were probably eyeing him with some degree of skepticism before what happened on the 6th, but they're not going to be doing business with him. His properties, I think, are going to suffer not just from the general COVID crunch, but also because people, frankly, just don't want to do business with him after the 6th. He's talking now about raising $2 billion to start a presidential library. This could be his version of a third act, but the way that this is looking, he's going to have to fight back, presumably several criminal charges, at least in New York State. There are going to be questions about federal charges based on, again, what happened on January 6th.
Alex, we've seen Republicans in the past week turning on Donald Trump. What does this mean for the future of the party?
This is, I think, one of the biggest, if not the biggest question going forward. There's a huge division in the party right now, particularly the kind of traditional Republican power base, I think, wants Donald Trump out. They have seen what he's done to the party. He's split the party. He's made it toxic in a lot of corners. And I think most importantly, the donor base that these Republicans rely on is just dried up at the moment. People are not donating to Republicans who participated in any way in this attempt to overturn the election. Trump, though, I think wants to hold on to his power. He has installed a number of loyalists at the RNC and in other important party positions. His sons and his daughter, Ivanka, will certainly be angling for leadership in a number of ways. And the polling right now suggests that most Republicans still approve of this president. They think he did nothing wrong, even as he attempted to use extra legal means to overturn the election.
If a slightly more convoluted question, it's hypothetical, but if we hadn't had COVID, do you think that Donald Trump's legacy would have been a lot better than what it's turned into?
It's a difficult question to unravel because I think the $1,200 direct payments were such a huge part of boosting him before the election. But it's an interesting question. I think the idea of his legacy was based in large part on this nativist anti-immigration push and legitimizing that within the Republican Party, or pushing it more to the mainstream than it had been in quite a long time. But I think now that what we've seen is just that the state has failed to function in pushing back against COVID, and that has just swallowed up everything else.
Alex, thanks so much for chatting with us today. It's going to be a very interesting few days ahead in the United States, so thanks for your insight.
Thank you.